All right, here we go, guys. Today we're going to start building these rims. We'll bring you in and check it out. So we got our hubs all cerakoted, cleaned up, ready to go. I'm going to cool off these bearings and press them into the hubs. Also on the rear here, you can see where I smoothed out some casting marks, cleaned up some lips and whatnot. Anyway, they're all freshly cerakoted, as well as the nipples. Brand new rims, spokes to lace up, tubes and all. Gonna go ahead and grab our bearings and throw them in the freezer, cool them off a little bit. Also, we'll be pressing the bearings into our linkage. Here we go. We got our bearings out the freezer, our front hub. See what luck we have pressing these in. All right, we got everything lined up, and we're going in. All right, we had the bailout on the clamp. I tapped the other one in, no problem. So we're just gonna go ahead and give this one a tap. And there we go, second bearing is in. All right, so my battery just died on me. We're back now. We had to bail out on the clamp idea. We went with the old-fashioned hammer and socket. Luckily, they went in nice and smooth. I didn't feel no issues or nothing to worry about. We got our castle nut in as well. We're gonna go ahead, throw some spokes in here, start lacing these hubs up. And real quick, before we lace up these hubs, I just wanna point out one more time that I did go and clean up and take out most of the casting mark. I got this side pretty good. And then here on the other side, you might be able to come up in the light a little bit. You can see some of the casting mark. So we did smooth these hubs out pretty well compared to how they come from the factory. Got rid of the casting marks as well on the front hub. And then once again, guys, this was our custom mixture. It was Tequila Sunrise with Smith & Wesson Red combo we came up with. And this is what the Tequila Sunrise color had looked like originally. So I'm pretty happy with the custom color we came up with. I'll go ahead and throw these spokes on. All right, we got our first side done on the front rim. It did take me a couple minutes to figure out how to start the pattern, messed me up a little bit. So we should be a little bit quicker here, lacing up the rest of this rim. But check out how it's starting to look. The front rim is all done, laced up. We are still gonna have to true this though. We're gonna go ahead, throw some spokes on this rear hub. All right, now that we have our rims all assembled, I'm gonna go ahead and try to even out some of these nipples, get them tightened to about the end of the spoke pattern that we can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and go around the rim until they're all pretty much even here. Now that we went around our rim and all of our nipples are about even, you can see that we still have a lot of play and our rim is still loose. So we're going to go ahead and start tightening our nipples basically the same way as if you were going to torque them down. We're going to start at 1, skip 2, skip 2, and we're going to do just a little bit on each one. I like to stand in the center so I can use both hands and speed it up a little bit. All right, now that we have gone around the rim a couple times, all of our nipples are at least finger tight here. All right, now it's time to start truing up the rim. You can tell we definitely have a nice little wobble here and not so much up and down, but we definitely got a lot of right to left we're gonna have to clean up. So we can see the majority of the time our rim is tracking to the left, and then we have a little hiccup there. Right wobble. So right here is about the center of our contact point. So we're going to go ahead and loosen these spokes on the right side up a little and tighten the ones on the opposite side. Now that we've gone ahead and made one correction on this side, we're going to go ahead and take our rim, give it a flip. And now we're going to make another correction so we're not working all from one side. And now that we have a lot of our side to side taken up, we're going to find our high or lowest spot down. So right here is our high spot on our rim. Now we're going to go ahead and instead of from one side to the other, tighten all the spokes in a line here. We made a couple adjustments. Our rim's actually looking pretty straight. We tightened them up pretty even by hand, so far it's coming together really easy. All right, now we're gonna start torquing these nipples down. Right here, we're gonna start at this hole. I'm still gonna put a tape just so we don't forget which hole we started at. I'm gonna go ahead, do about a quarter turn, skip 2. I'm gonna skip 2, skip 2. Until we go all the way around the rim. All right, so just a few adjustments and we got this rim all trued up the way we like here for a dirt bike. One thing that I want to point out that I like to do, me personally, is I don't understand why they have a truing stand like this, that this axle is spinning the whole time as you're trying to true the rim. So me personally, I have a magnet here. I just simply stick that magnet on there, and that helps lock that shaft so that way that's not spinning the whole time. And that way you're truing your rim off of just your bearings and not relying on this goofy axle, because I did notice this was not 100%, and I even had a little wobble in this little end cap here. So something like that is just something that, you know, I do. I'm no professional, but it's just something that I thought made sense, and I thought it helped me out. Now, even though I have this torque wrench set, I'm still not going to actually go to the breaking point until I go around a couple times, just, you know, at little quarter turns. However, this one I hit a couple times because I could feel it was looser than the average. So here was our first one that's tight enough to break our torque wrench. And we'll go a little bit past that, so that one's good. Now it's time to move on to the rear wheel. We'll start with our brake disc. Flip it over. Time to move on to the rear sprocket. All right, we got all of our discs mounted, sprockets on. I'll go ahead, throw some tubes and tires in. All right, we have our 2 rim locks in, our rubber band as well. Gonna go ahead and prep the tire. Oh, baby powder, what that for? You changing diapers? All right, here they are, guys. Custom 1990 CR rims. can't wait to get these things on the bike. We got fresh tires all mounted up. I did have to cut the video a little bit short because I ran into some trouble with this rear. There is 2 tire lockers on this one, so it was a little bit of a fight. Anyway, I do have new hardware coming in, so we'll get that all rusty stuff off of there. But check them out. This is also a newer 19-inch style rim. I just want to show you how the sidewall is like a little bit shorter, because this is the same style Dunlop, the same tire and everything, but that's just for the 19-inch rim. Also, that's what a tire looks like from not even 1 full tank of gas. You can already see a little bit of wear up top and your cutting edge starts to go. So nothing like a fresh tire. All your knobbies. Ooh, the smell and all. Anyway, next video we're getting into the motor. We're going to finish building that motor. I already have the frame all done, so as soon as we get done that, we're going to start mounting up parts and get this bike running again. So a lot of stuff coming. I hope you guys like this video. If so, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you do. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.